Hi YouTube, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Today I would like to lead with when did we become such a pro side chick, other woman, mistress society? And I noticed on this one forum that I used to spend a lot of time on, they were very, and I do mean very anti-wife, particularly anti woman wife who got married, then had her children, etc., etc. I'm bringing this topic up today because one of my favorite shows that I like to watch, and they are messy as heck, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, it was just mentioned today, or at least I saw it today, that Porsha Williams is now engaged to the husband of a friend. Although she's saying that they were never friends, but she was at her house months ago, probably last year, in a little skimpy bikini in a pool. And now she's saying that she wasn't this woman's friend, but now she's engaged to her husband. And years ago, before I was married, I remember my mother telling me, don't have your friends all up in your house with your husband. Now, I didn't have to fall off the turnip truck yesterday to know that that's just common sense. But common sense is not so common anymore. And I know a lot of people like to be messy and get into entanglements and stuff like that. And they think it's funny and it's cute. Well, when I used to be on this one particular forum, one of the main rebuttals would be, well, you need to be with a man that you trust. Why are you with that man if you don't trust him? Well, why are they your friends if you don't trust them? You're insecure. Now, those weren't directed at me per se. It was an open forum. And anytime other wives would come in and, have an opinion about a side chick or whatever, the majority of the women on that site would attack the wife. And it dawned on me then, as it's dawning on me now, one reason I believe we have become such a pro other woman, pro side chick society is because so many women are not married. And so they cannot see a point of view from a wife's point of view because they themselves are unmarried and probably want to be married. So they don't mind being in a husband's face, a man's face. Now, I know somebody's going to be like, well, aren't you going to blame the men? Well, what about these men? These men are the ones that's breaking their vow. Yes, they are. And trust and believe, as a wife, you're going to say something to your husband. But I just think that sometimes, especially, women code or whatever, you don't mess with another woman's husband. But I see that that's not the society that we live in anymore. And I remember talking to a former coworker, and she's probably mid 60s maybe. And even though we know that cheating and all of that happened back then too, she said that it was a little bit harder for a man to cheat because women had enough decorum and respect for themselves to say, you take your butt home to your wife, get out of my face. But that's not the day we live in anymore. So going back to Porsha Williams, and I'm not making this video about Porsha per se, but I thought it would be a good topic because this is something that happens all the time where you have women who have their friends over all the time. Not everybody is happy for your marriage, I promise you. And like I've told some women online before, that they weren't married or anything, I said, trust and believe. The minute you have a man put a ring on it, you're engaged, you're about to be married, you're going to see a different side to one or more of your friends. You just are. It happened to me. I'm sure it happened to a lot of people. Matter of fact, I just read on Quora, this one woman said, and she admitted she was like very jealous when she found out that her friend was getting married. That's just, I don't think women today are really honest with themselves about wanting marriage. Um, you know, 50 or so years ago, that's what a woman pretty much lived for. She wanted to be married, and she made no bones about it, you know. But of late, I would say within the past 20 or so years, it's turned into, I ain't pressed to be married. I ain't settling for nobody. He better bring a bag, or he can't do nothing for me. We've become so superficial when it comes to the ideal of marriage that we want the money, but we don't want the nice guy, the nice man to build a life with. And I already did a video on that, so I don't want to go back into that. You might, scroll through my videos and find it. I think it was called Would Black Women Benefit from Hypergamy. So that was my topic for today, which was, when did we become such a side chick obsessed society? And I do believe it's because so many women are not married, and so they can't see from a wife's point of view. And real quick, going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore, and she's one of my favorites. When she was a single woman, she used to always be in the face of Phaedra's husband, if you remember that, Apollo. And Phaedra, being a typical wife, Kenya Moore is an attractive woman. Apollo was attracted to her. And so Phaedra basically, told Kenya, stay away from my husband. And Kenya said he can talk to anybody he wants. Fast forward to now. And I remember saying back then, when she gets married, she's going to eat those words. And guess what? She got married and she ended up eating those words. But with Kenya Moore, she's very much an antagonistic type of a person who likes to play a victim when you get back with her. So she ended up marrying a man and finally saw a wife's point of view. And so that's my topic for today. Please check out my other videos and don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.